This is the Randi Rhodes Show on 960 KNEW and online at 960KNEW.com.
It's the one part of broadcasting still not owned by Beyonce. Yet, it's BS News for this first Monday of February 2013, and away we go. Dateline, heck of a job. Sunday's Super Bowl was interrupted by a power outage that delayed the game by 35 minutes. Authorities said that Beyonce's halftime performance may have caused a sudden surge. Same thing happened to me at a Super Bowl party. I put a bowl of chips on my lap until it passed. The incident proved one thing. When it's a bunch of rich people who are stranded at the Superdome, the problems get addressed pronto. Dateline, sketchy. Andre Casson, the man who invented the Etch-a-Sketch, has died at the age of 86. In lieu of burial or cremation, his family said he will be turned upside down and shaken until he disappears. The Etch-a-Sketch made headlines last year when one of Mitt Romney's advisors compared Romney's campaign to it. The differences being that the Etch-a-Sketch was successful. Dateline, euthanasia. The finance minister of Japan caused an uproar by saying that elderly Japanese should, quote, hurry up and die because they cost the government money. The minister will not be leaving the government, however, despite urgent calls for him to come join America's Heritage Foundation. And finally, Dateline, star bright. A new study concludes that dung beetles orient themselves by looking up at the Milky Way. Which is no big surprise when you think about it, that dung beetles navigate by sight. Because you just gotta know their sense of smell has to be totally shot. We'll leave that one to ponder. It's BS News for Monday. Have a great week.
So lots of progress on gun violence in Minnesota. Fascinating, isn't it? Yeah, I guess they recognized they had Michelle Bachmann running around, so, something had to be done about mental illness. But Wayne LaPierre is sticking to his guns, and he is telling people that you need to have ever-increasing firepower in order to survive in the United States, and that everybody knows that Washington is run by lobby shops. He's pretending that he's not one of them. It's fascinating. We had, an extraordinary amount of rhetoric come out of him over the weekend. He's not for background checks, even though before he was for background checks. He doesn't want to do anything about registration. He doesn't want to do anything about background checks. He doesn't want to do anything on an assault weapons ban. He believes that America needs to arm even more, that we need to have private security to protect our children, which, by the way, what are they going to do? The private security is going to follow our children around. Are they going to follow them to the shopping mall? Are they going to follow them to the movie theater? Are they going to follow them to, the state fair? Are they going to follow them to the gun range? I mean, we lost one of our most illustrious snipers, obviously a marksman, obviously a man who knows his way around guns, obviously a guy who survived in Iraq. We lost him over the weekend to gunshot. Him and a friend of his were both gunned down in a gun range by a guy who had also served in Iraq, that this, Chris Kyle was trying to mentor. But the guy was, suffering from some mental illness and, shot his friend, or they got into a fight. I don't know. Everything can't be mental illness. Some of it just has to be rage or aggression or heat of the moment or feeling stronger because you got a gun. Can't all be mental illness, everybody. Can't.